So what are some of your fondest memories of Business South, perhaps the Business South events, milestones? What springs to mind when you think back about your years at Business Southampton and Business South?
There's too many to recall and remember. It was fabulous to meet so many interesting, brilliant people. I do remember going to a dinner at Southampton University one evening. I think it was called the 84 Club, and I was sat next to Professor Nigel Shadbolt.
Yes.
And he was talking to me about artificial intelligence.
A colleague of Dame Wendy's.
This must have been 15 or 16 years ago. And remember that I always work on the basis that every conversation leads to an opportunity. And when he started telling me about artificial intelligence, I was like, I can't see an angle here. How's this going to come for? It was amazing. The work they were doing there was amazing. So you meet incredible people, and it does unlock opportunities. But we also had a lot of fun as well, didn't we? And I remember going, there was an event actually at 10 Downing Street, and I met an interesting guy there that you might not think that I would end up chatting to at 10 Downing Street. Who do you think I met at 10 Downing Street for the culture event that we went up? It was Craig David.
I hope he sang to you.
Yeah. So we didn't get many policy matters resolved that day, but he was a passionate supporter of Southampton as well.
We're desperate for Craig David to come out to Midland with us, because we think he would be a true ambassador for the region, but we haven't quite managed to make that happen. I think Shelley needs to work a bit harder on that, actually.
I think he's a true ambassador, though.
Yeah.
And I think the events and the range of people that got involved in the different groups and projects, and we got involved in so many of the inaugural celebrations with the cruise ships, and we even had a conference on a cruise ship, didn't we?
Yeah,
that was quite a logistical challenge.
To say the very least.
I know. One of the great outcomes, I think, was working with the food and beverage sector in Hampshire and Solent region, who desperately wanted to be able to provide their products on board the ships.
Yeah.
And they didn't know which porthole to knock on, really, did they?
No.
Or who to contact.
Pardon the pun.
So I think what we were able to do is Business Southampton, Business Solent as we were then, is we were able to engage with the cruise lines and their supply chains, and then arrange an educational event on board. I think it was P&O Oriana at the time. We had about 60 delegates from small businesses that were providing things like chocolate and trout and cheese and, in their own businesses, but they didn't know how to supply the cruise industry. So they found out that they could consolidate their supplies with one of the local providers. Yeah. And then that led to having the food and beverage show, didn't it?
Yeah.
And I think isn't that a telly now? It's like that's been going for years and years and years.
It goes from strength to strength, and we have engagement from Selfridges and Harrods now, because the quality of our food and beverage in this region is just exemplary, isn't it?
That's amazing, and that just shows the strength of this champion model, where there's something in it for everyone.
Yes, yeah.
And another example, I think, what worked really well is when we engaged with the champions, i.e. the business community, to encourage them to adopt a school.
Yeah.
And so I think we had 24 schools and colleges that were adopted in and around Southampton by leading businesses. Yeah. And that could really support the students with work experiences and mock interviews and different projects and, enterprise programs and things. And I think the businesses got a lot out of that, as well as the students and the schools. It'd be great to see more of that happening, but I think that's where the Careers and Enterprise Company have picked up, and they do those kind of projects now.
Yeah, because bridging that gap between education and business is critical, isn't it? And I personally still feel there is work to be done with all of that, but the Adopt a School was fabulous.